We are back.
We're back.
Yeah, we're
Oh
back.
my goodness, it seems like
We're back.
forever.
I
Oh,
know. It feels
jeepers
that way, doesn't
creepers.
it?
We
It feels.
like Jason says in post, believe it or not, here at Read and Read, the clients do come first, and that's how it goes. But either way, welcome
Yeah.
back to another edition, our first edition in May of Live
Yes.
Feed Reads. I'm Paul Reed, your host, and of course, Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson, Jason Crawford,
Hey, hey.
sitting beside me, but actually in Tallahassee.
That's right.
Let's
That's
see. I
right.
think Jason has a little congratulatory
Oh, we
presentation.
want to start with that? All
We'll
right. All
start
right. All
with
right.
that. Let's get that out of the way. That way people can focus on all the intelligent information I'm fixing to provide to them.
You got it. You got it. Here we go.
All righty. So
We'll get the.
that's my daughter, Brittany. She got her master's in nursing today. Woo!
That's right.
Nurse
That's right.
practitioner.
Wow. Yeah. Way to
And
go.
mind you, the only picture I could find was her in front of the Trump International Plaza in DC.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
congratulations.
Yes.
That's Brittany's third degree. She's got two bachelors and a master's now.
Was she gonna save the world with all
God
these
bless her.
degrees? Yeah.
Uh, she
Well,
works and
good.
goes to school, and that one took 3 years working and going
Kudos
to
to her.
school. Yeah, good
It's a
for
lot of
her.
work.
All
Yeah.
right, so get rid of
All
Brittany.
right. Get rid of it.
But
Okay. Got
again,
it.
congratulations. Very proud.
Absolutely.
There were no issues at USF today. That was good. And
Yeah.
it was a very nice ceremony, commencement
And
ceremony. Yep.
she fully graduated
Yep.
today.
She
Yeah,
graduated
man.
today.
That's a good feeling. That's a father feeling too, right?
Oh no, it's good. Hey, whenever your kids graduate
Yeah.
from college, that's a good day.
Yeah, man.
Even if
Yeah.
they do it once or twice or three times a lady, so to speak.
So
All
good.
right. Are you getting this off the screen or what are you doing?
We're off. No, we're off. We're good.
Oh, it's on
It's
mine,
just me
just
and
that
you.
one?
Yeah, you'll see it, but
Oh, that's
no one
fine. I
else
don't
will see
care.
it.
So here's the deal. I believe it or not, I got a call from an individual who was recently fired from their job,
Ooh.
and they feel that they should not have been terminated, basically because of what they said on the job at the job. And so
Okay, so they said something
yeah, said something,
precipitated
and they think
into.
this individual says, "Well, I have the First Amendment right for freedom of speech. I can say what I want."
Okay.
What
All
are your
right.
initial thoughts on that?
My initial thoughts are that that only protects public areas. That's my initial
Yeah,
thoughts.
and it was obviously with what's going on in the world, it was a political statement.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, well, here's the law because I think people really, really, really don't understand it,
Yeah.
and you too could get fired because here's the deal, while the public, you, me, and et al. Have the right to freedom of speech, that's when it
Without,
applies to the government.
I was gonna say without infringement from the
Right. The
government.
public does
Right.
not have the same right when it comes to private entities.
Right. And that's been an issue that I've been watching kind of play out online, even with the.
Well, we'll get to
Oh,
that
okay.
too. Oh
All right. I
yeah, no,
won't
no,
jump ahead then.
you're
I won't
right
jump
because
ahead. No,
just
go
so
ahead.
you'll know, people, basically most employers and I can't speak for unions, but there are a few UPS and that. But let's just
Hmm.
say most employers, you have the kind of a right to work at will employment.
Hmm.
And so private employers can regulate your speech and they can terminate you for saying things that are harmful to their platform, their workplace, or otherwise they just don't want you to say.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and this individual did not like that response. I got cussed at, and I didn't,
Oh my
and
word.
blah blah blah.
Is
But
it someone who knows you and reached out, or was this like a
no,
random?
no, we get calls all the
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
the U.S. Supreme Court in 2019 affirmed that private entities are not restricted by the First Amendment in the case of Manhattan Community Access Corporation v. Hellick. What that was there's a nonprofit public access TV show and they suspended a couple of employees after complaints about their movie. You know, that they
Okay.
and they sued, saying that our content is being regulated, violates our free speech. And the Supreme Court of the United States says, well, that would be correct if it was the government, but
Hmm.
this nonprofit was ruled not to be a governmental entity or a state actor. And thank you for have a nice day. You lose.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yikes.
and then this is back to what you were saying. Um, People think, well, I am posting social media comments or things of that nature. I'm not at work, and therefore my employer cannot fire me for that.
Hmm.
What have you seen?
Um, that I think okay, so this one I'm gonna say is a little bit more debatable, and especially when it comes to like X, because Elon Musk has kind of declared Twitter as like the de facto online town square, which no one's argued it yet. Like it hasn't become a part of a case that I know of yet. No one's tried to say, "Well, I got fired for what I said on Twitter," but Twitter's supposed to be the town square of the internet. Anybody can say anything, and that would be, I don't think that the company could fire you for attending a protest that you wanted to attend in your off time.
No, you're
Is that
wrong.
correct? I'm wrong. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, well, hey,
Yeah.
look.
No,
I mean, your
if
relationship with your
what you
employer
post
is
on
separate, right?
social media could be, detrimental to my company, or
Right.
otherwise
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
shed my company in a bad light, then
Right.
I can fire you.
Right. Yeah. I
Because
think I
the
misspoke, but
thought process, whether it's right or wrong, look, don't kill the messenger. I'm
right.
just telling you how it is. Because if I'm some kind of ultra liberal or ultra
Hmm.
conservative company, and my employees are out there on the
Yeah.
other side of the spectrum, well, that may shed a light on me that I don't want to be shed. They
Yes.
say,
Yes.
"Oh, this company, they say they're conservative or they're this or that, but their employees are out doing A, B, and C. So we're not going to frequent that company." So no,
Right. And
what
I
you
think
post on social media can lead to your termination as well.
it's important to kind of like focus in on the portion of your speech, right? The moment that you're enacting your freedom of speech isn't infringed upon.
Well,
Right? That
here's
doesn't
the deal.
mean that your
Let me,
relationship with your employer, that's a separate thing.
Oliver Wendell Holmes said it best, and I found this quote.
Okay.
It says, and you're right, an employee may have a constitutional right to talk politics, but he has no constitutional right to be employed.
Right. Yeah, right. That
So
relationship is
that's it. You're
separate.
right. You can
Yeah.
say
You can
whatever you want to
say,
say. You have the right,
right.
but you don't have the right for me to employ you.
That's that's right. It is not a
Yeah, so I
guarantee.
mean, take that one for what it's worth. Yep, you can go out
So
there and you can protest. You can say what you want. You can, do what you
take it a
want.
step further. Did
But
you see
when you
Google?
lose your job, you can't come back and say, "Well, I wasn't at work when I did that."
Right. Well, okay. Take it a step further. Did you see what happened with Google?
Again, I don't watch too much of that crap. What
Okay.
happened with
So
Google?
the CEO of Google, there were 50 employees who were protesting Google's cloud contract with the Israeli government.
Oh, they got fired.
They got fired. They got
Yeah,
fired. Yeah.
yeah.
So I was going to say, even if the protest is happening on the premises of the place of your employment, you could say it. You can say it, but the relationship between you and your employer is not guaranteed.
And remember, it's been axiomatic since time began.
But use less SAT
If
words.
you
What?
want
Oh,
to avoid an argument, you don't talk politics or religion.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
It's just that simple. Because
Right.
even old Ryan and I
Yeah.
kind of have gotten away with the politics, because we have a corner here on Lumsden and Parsons that, I mean, just it's traffic all day. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
I don't know if 100,000 cars go by, but it
There's a
seems
lot.
like it. So we
Yeah.
used to put up signs for judges, that we wanted. And
Right.
we
Right.
would
Right.
put up signs for our friends that maybe be running for county commissioner or some other
Mm-hmm.
position. But the problem with that is, as sure as your supporting
Yeah.
or getting support from half of the population,
The
you're
other half is
alienating the
angry.
other half.
Right. Yeah.
So we
100%.
just have made a point now to just give you money, but we're not putting
Hmm.
up signs or otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
like,
just that simple. Because you watch coming up, you'll hear of people going into people's yards and stealing signs and this, that, and the
yes.
other. And
Oh
as a
God, yeah.
business,
Here
it's
we
just
go.
it's
Yep.
it's I don't want to alienate half of our potential clients.
Of course not. Of course not. Yeah, and that's wise. That's wise. It's very
All
wise.
right. Well, I've been asked to keep these things to about 15 minutes.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. We're approaching that.
Yeah, we're approaching that, and sometimes they will run longer, but this one, I think it's sufficient to let people know that you don't have a First Amendment right at your job to say or do whatever you want. Just so you'll know, and if you get
Right.
fired, one of two things happen. You either didn't watch our little presentation here, or you watched our presentation and you ignored it at your own peril.
Yeah. The I was talking with someone today at a chamber event, and they were talking about oh well, like if you get drunk, you just leave your keys in the trunk of your car. And wait, this sounds like bad advice. I think we had a podcast about that.
We
I was
did.
like, Paul, it might be time to break that podcast out again
Yeah.
and re go through that subject, because
Well,
that
yeah,
was
long story short,
it's
it's
interesting. Oh,
for
not right now. We don't have to do it
just real
today.
quickly. If you
Oh, okay.
basically have the access to your keys and you're in your car, you can be arrested for driving under the
Yeah.
influence.
Period.
It's interesting if you lock your keys in your trunk,
Ooh.
and you do not have access to those keys, that would be problematic for the state attorney.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the officer, he's not going to find your keys if he searches the car because the trunk is
Lock.
locked. But what happens, Jason? You got the little trunk button in your
Pop it.
car. Now
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
screwed. So
Yep.
here's the
Oh,
deal.
whoops.
And we're going to get out of here, but do
Yeah.
yourself a favor, everyone. If you're going to drink, and everyone is, oh, I'll be okay. I'm only going to have one or two. Take a
Yeah.
darn Uber.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
CYA, cover your bases.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that simple. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
well, it's summer. It's 90 degrees now.
Yeah.
The Lightning, God bless the Lightning. They had a great year, but they're out. The Rays,
Okay.
they're fair to Midland, and we just keep plugging along, and
Oh,
with
we.
the God willing, Jason and I will see you next Friday, same bat time, same bat channel,
Oh yeah.
and be nice out there. Be nice. I mean, there's something to
Yeah.
be said about that. Jason,
There's.
take us out.
You got it. You got it.
Read and read. It's like having a lawyer in the family.